Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another video here on my channel. Now, I know, it's been a while since I've been doing videos again. Well, number one main reason is being busy because of working. You know, because I am working in seafood. As I said, I'm mostly working 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and I'm, pretty tired from working and I don't feel like making a video. But in this case, I do feel like making one because it's a video game update. I went to this place, Regen, which is a classic video game store. Well, it's mostly classic and some new stuff. I mean, not like, they have like some stuff for PS5 and a few others for Xbox One X or whatever the hell that new Xbox One is. I mean, I just don't really, care about that one, but I'm more of a PlayStation person. But I do like Xbox, like the original one, Xbox 360, and that's pretty much about it. I'm just looking at a text message on there, and that's why my head, was tilting like that in case anybody's questioning why I did that. But also, I did get a new television. Well, not really a brand new television, but like a used one. I got myself a 40-inch TCL. I had to read the letters right here because I thought I knew it right off my head. A TCL TV with a remote. It's a smart TV as well. Like, you can do all the apps like YouTube TV, and all that stuff. I got it for about $120 some. I bought it at a pawn shop. I really just didn't want to buy a brand new one, and spend like over $300 to $400. But it's really, really awesome. I mean, I will show it to you. There it is. Excuse the stuff, around there, but I'm watching The Price is Right on Pluto TV. Wish they had more episodes, but I'm sure they will one day. I don't know when. But yeah, just adjust that a little bit. I mean, it's a really nice television. I mean, I really can't complain about it. The other one I had was a little bit smaller. Well, actually, a lot smaller. I don't know if you probably seen the television I used. Well, the one TV I had, it was a Dynex, and I gave that to Chris because I really didn't need that one. I wanted to get another one. So instead, I gave her that one, and this one, well, I still have the television. I just don't really have it. Right now, I have it somewhere else, like over there. Might sell it, maybe. I don't really know. But I wanted to get like another one and get a bigger one, like to play my games on, like my gaming or anything like that. But I still have this monitor over here that I use like for computer and a few other things too. But anyway, I mean, I wanted to do this video because of some, well, mostly the video game update. I forgot the hell what I was talking about. So anyway, I have a bag full of games that are right here. Yeah, I got a lot because of the fact that Thursday is my payday, and I went with Chris, this place to get some games. Well, because of the fact that I also have a system that plays Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega games. One of those, like, Retron 3 systems or whatever. I used to have one of them, but I saw it, and I'm like, well, I didn't used to have one of these, and I'm like, I don't know. I took a chance on it, and I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So, well, you can't see it right now, but it is, you've probably seen, like, a photo of me playing one of them on my Facebook. I mean, if you saw that on there, yeah. It's a pretty good system. I mean, just the way the sound, is and all that stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, just, it doesn't sound like an original Nintendo or anything, but it doesn't really matter. The important thing, it works. That cost me about $70 or close to $80 for that. The other one was like $170, and it played like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, I think Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, all that stuff. And I'm like, I don't really need all that. I just want, I mean, I have a Sega Genesis system, but I had a Super Nintendo. I bought one at the pawn shop, but I wasn't sure if it would work on my television because of the fact that it had one of those like old cables, back in the day. But the guys at Regen told me that you can like hook it up to a HDMI or something like that, but I was like, I don't know. I wasn't too sure. That's okay. I sold the Super Nintendo and I got this system, and there you go. I don't have an original Nintendo, but I was trying to get like one of those systems that plays Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, but maybe I might get one of them, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get into this. I know I'm up to a lot of time on here, but let's get into this video game update for March 2022. I had to make sure that I knew what the date was. And this is like a list of a lot of the games that I got. You can probably see some of them, but that's all the games that I got. And I got these for a pretty good price. Less than 100, actually. I mean, some are old games. Well, they are old games. I mean, they're mostly Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega, and I think a couple of Nintendo 64. I think. Yeah. And most of these games were under $5. A couple were not, but you'll see. Here we go. So whatever one I grab out of here, we'll just show you. And also, there's some more that I got as well too. I mean, it might be in. Well, one of them I think is in this bag, and the other one is over here. Yeah, these are the ones I got from the guys, but I know there was another one that I got too. And that's, you know what? Hang on one second. I'm gonna show these games, and I'm gonna show you all the other ones I got too. So, hang on one second. Aha, there they are. Is there anything here? There's one. Okay, good. Yes. Okay. So just some other games that I also did get from a pawn shop as well. I will get into these, but let's get into the ones that I was starting with. Here we go. First one I got is Monopoly for the Super Nintendo. This was $4.99. They usually make you a deal. Like if you get a lot of games, like if you get like 2 games, they're like $5 each, and they'll probably give you the third game like for less than $5 or whatever. Or if the game is like $3, they'll give it to you for free. That's a pretty cool thing, I think. Or as I usually say, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. So let's move these over. Put these over there. Yeah, Monopoly's a very good game. I mean, the Nintendo version's good, Super Nintendo version's good, and the Sega version's good. I think they also had a PlayStation, and I think Nintendo 64 version, but Nintendo Wii was actually pretty good, but they won so much money for it, like, I don't know, like $20 or $30 for that, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. It's not as popular like Mario, but still. Next one. Now, let's see, we come upon? Okay. I got Wheel of Fortune, the Family Edition for the NES. This one was $3.99, which is, a good price. Probably be about maybe $10 if it had the case with it, but sometimes they do have games, at the store that I think can be a little bit overpriced, but that's what they got to do, to try and make money. I mean, but still, some of them, it can be a little bit overpriced. I could probably, say to them, if I could, talk them down, but I don't think I can, because it's not really a pawn shop, but still. Yeah, I play that a lot of times on my channel, and I saw it, and I said to myself, well, I'd like to get that. And here's a Sega Genesis game, Ripken Jr Baseball. Now, I also did do Now, most of these games, I did on my channel a lot, but I figured why not do it this way, do it through a Elgato game capture thing, and do them on my channel, and just do that. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but I did a game of this. I think I only did it once, but I had a tough time with it. I was like, throw the ball. What are you doing? Throw it to the guy. You threw it to the wrong base. I mean, Cal Ripken Jr. is my favorite baseball player, and this is also a $3.99 game. But yes, another fun game. I mean, I wish I had the case for it, but still, that's fine nonetheless that it doesn't have the case. Here's another baseball game, Mlbpa Baseball. They also have one for the Sega Genesis. This one was $3.99. And, yeah, I mean, I don't think I played the Super Nintendo version, though. I mean, I might have before. I might have downloaded it a while back, but I can't remember if I did. Next one, Championship Bowling. Another game I have played on my channel, and this is a pretty fun Nintendo game. And all you do is just, choose a bowler and choose a ball, throw the ball, and try and get, a lot of strikes. I mean, it's a pretty fun game. Okay. Now, as I was just mentioning, I mentioned the game Monopoly for the NES, and here it is. Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, okay, I'll get that. They do have this game with the case, but however, I think it's like $14 or something for the whole thing, and I'm like, that's a little high. I mean, I think it should be like $8 maybe, but the NES version is also pretty good too, but I do like the Sega version and the Super Nintendo version, I mean, but the NES version is pretty fun to play too. I got Jeopardy, not a junior edition or anything like that. I'm really terrible at these games. I mean, unfortunately, I'm just not really good, you know, with this kind of stuff. I mean, I try my best, you know, but I just don't really do a lot of history, you know. I don't really like get into them, like, kind of details, you know, or just don't really do, like, all that stuff. You know, I can do, like, sports questions and, well, I can do movies, music. I'm just not really good with, like, you know, general knowledge stuff, you know, like history I'm not too good with, math I'm terrible at, but I try my best. I mean, I saw it and I said, I'll get it. I used to do these, like, a lot in my Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy hours. If you remember those videos I used to do, like, back in the day, it was the Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy hour. Yeah, I used to do that a lot on my channel. I'm thinking about bringing that back. I mean, I just gotta, like, you know, figure it out and get the games and just be like, okay, so we'll do the NES version, then the NES version of Jeopardy. Then I unfortunately removed it because I had a thing that said a copyright claim. It wasn't like anything real. It was something fake. But I wound up closing my channel. That was when I was Steve Man K 1987, and I closed that channel, which I shouldn't have done, but I did. And then I opened like another channel, and I decided to name it. I think it was Steve K 1987 or whatever it was, but I just wound up renaming it the Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy Family Feud Hour, but actually it was the other way around. It was the Family Feud Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy Hour, because I decided to add Family Feud to the mix, because usually they show Family Feud, then Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. I think I wound up calling it the Family Feud Jeopardy Wheel of Fortune Hour, because that's how they do it in our area. It's Family Feud, then Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. But in some places, it's Family Feud Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy. But then I decided to drop Family Feud and just put it as the Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy Hour. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping maybe to bring that back. Next one. Another Jeopardy game, Jeopardy the 25th Anniversary Edition. Just a game, you know, just like that one, but different music, I think, and different questions, I'm sure. And another $5 game this one was. Okay. Next one is Lunar Pool, a game where you play pool, like on different shapes and sizes, as I mentioned about this game. And yeah, like I said, a lot of these games I played on my channel. And mostly it was done, you know, by emulators. Some were by my systems, you know, but mostly it was by emulators, pretty much. But yeah, it is a fun game to play. If anybody's never played it, you know, give it a shot. Next, Wheel of Fortune. $3.99 game. I mean, just like, I think the other ones are $3.99, or the other... I believe the other Wheel of Fortune, well, we didn't get to, oh, yes, we did. Yeah, the other one was $3.99. Okay, I just wasn't sure. But Jeopardy is $4.99. I guess it's a little bit harder than Wheel of Fortune. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I saw this, and I said, yep, I'd definitely like to get it. For sure. And what's next? Jeopardy the Junior Edition. Unfortunately, they did not have Wheel of Fortune, the Junior Edition, just Wheel of Fortune and the Family Edition. But I saw the Junior Edition, and I said, okay, I'm definitely going to get that. So I got all three of them, Jeopardy, Jeopardy the 25th Anniversary Edition, and Jeopardy the Junior Edition. There you go. Alright, and the last one that's in this bag is a Nintendo 64 game, and one of my favorites to play for the Nintendo 64. And yes, I do have another Nintendo 64 system. I got one at a pawn shop. The guy didn't even put it out for sale yet, but he showed it to me. It had like a lot of games with it and 2 controllers, and immediately I said, okay, I'm going to buy it as soon as he said the price. I'm like, okay. Paid a pretty good amount for it, but, well, the games that were with it were pretty good as well. So, yeah. Anyway, the game is NASCAR 99 one of my favorites, as I said, to play for the Nintendo 64, which features Dale Earnhardt, Mark Martin, and Terry Labonte. I think another version shows Kyle Petty on the PlayStation version, but yeah, I mean, it's a really awesome game. You know, I love to play it, and I saw that and it said it was only $3.99. I'm like, yep, definitely should get that. Okay, and there you go. So that's it for that bag. Now for the next one. Yeah, because they had to give me 2 bags with all the stuff I got. Let's see, which one did we come upon? Okay, now we're getting into some of the games that were a little bit more expensive, but you'll see. So next one is Tecmo Bowl. Probably the best football game for Nintendo. I mean, there's, I'm sure, Super Tecmo Bowl or whatever it is. I mean, but this one I think is a really, really awesome one. I always like to be the Chicago Bears and use Walter Payton, like to score touchdowns. They don't have the Ravens in this one because they weren't a team until 1996. This game is from 1988. I have no idea who the guy is on the cover, but looks like a Raiders player, but it's kind of hard to tell, or just maybe a random person. I don't know. It probably is a player. But this game was $10, which is shown right there. And that's a good price for it because it is a pretty popular game. I've downloaded this, and I've had a copy of it too. Yep. And there you go. Let's see. What else? We'll do this one. Sega Genesis game. This one is Rbi Baseball 95. Tony La Russa, the manager, who I believe is still the manager for the Chicago White Sox. And he was always, known for, like, managing the Oakland Athletics and the St. Louis Cardinals. But this game was only $1 or 99 cents, as it says. But I saw it and I wanted to get it. Yep. Let's move on. Another Sega Genesis game, Triple Play 96. Baseball game I play a lot of times. Another 99-cent game or $1, any way you want to call it. Let's see. All right. Another Sega Genesis game, Rbi Baseball 4. Yeah, Rbi Baseball 4. Another one that was $1. I mean, Rbi Baseball has always been pretty fun, baseball games to play. Here's another one, Rbi Baseball 3, which was also $1. I'm pretty sure there's another Rbi Baseball game in here. Well, we got Tony La Russa Baseball, another one. I think this is the second game. Oh no, this one was released in 1992, and the other one was 1995. So yeah, and another game that was $1. Yep. Looks like we're gonna get into this one. Yep. Okay. Nintendo game that I got. I actually do own this game, but I wanted to get this one because this one has like a little bit of a better design on the logo. Like the other one was just like it was taped on or something, or I don't really know. But it is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I do own this game, and I have the arcade game as well too, but I don't have the third one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Manhattan Project, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project, which I think is a very good game. I mean, this one's a good one too. The second one's good, and the third one is very good. Then you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist for the Sega Genesis, which is extremely hard to find and very expensive. Then you have the Super Nintendo versions, and you also got the Tournament Fighters. I think they have one for the Nintendo, and they have one for the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. Never played the Nintendo version and the Super Nintendo version, but the Sega Genesis version is pretty good. It's on my channel. I did a little game recently. But yeah, I mean, when I saw this, I wanted to get it because, again, the logo is pretty nice because the other one I have is just a little different copy. Well, it just looks like it's taped on, like I said. This was $12.99, which I think was a good price. I think I also paid $13 for the other one. But yeah, and there you go. Let's see. Sega Genesis game, Caesar's Palace. Pretty fun Sega Genesis game. Like go to Caesar's Palace, play blackjack, poker, slots, anything. I've done this many times on my channel. RBI Baseball 93. I do own RBI Baseball 94, but not really working like really well at the moment. I don't know why, but this is a pretty fun game too, and this one was $2.99. I guess because this one was pretty good or something. I don't really know. Triple Play Gold Edition, another Triple Play baseball game. Okay, and there's one more in this bag. Yep, Nintendo 64 game, and another very good Nintendo 64 game, a baseball game, Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. I've owned this, and they also had Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest, which also was a pretty good game as well too, but I just really preferred this one. And there you go, $7.99. I mean, that's a pretty good price for that, I should say. And that's it for those. So all those games that I got from that place, well, the receipt is right here. The total was $79.32. Paid some on cash and the rest on my debit card. A few of the games they gave me for free, like Wheel of Fortune for the NES was a free game. It's hard to see, but there are some on there that have a minus. Yeah, like right on there. And Jeopardy, the 25th Anniversary Edition was free. Jeopardy, the Junior Edition for the NES was free. Championship Bowling for the NES was free because it says minus $2.99 discount 100%. Yeah. Triple Play for the Genesis, that was free. LaRussa 95 was free, and that's it. And the rest of them, and of course taxes too. And there you go. So not pretty bad, I mean, I should say, for all them games that I got. Some will probably say, you know, some of them games, or the price, you know, I paid for some of them was a little high, but I don't really think so. I think it was a good deal. But anyway, let's get into the others, because I have some more games that I got too. This was from a pawn shop. These games, the other ones was at the other pawn shop, because there's a couple others. So first one is MLB 2K13 for Xbox 360. Features David Price on the cover when he's with the Tampa Bay Rays. A few other players like on the back as well in the game inside here too with instructions. Yep. I don't think I've ever played this version. I played like the other versions, like with Derek Jeter on the cover, like the MLB 2K6 and 2K7 games. The other players on here just achieve perfection, as it says at the top. There's a player that's a left-hander on here. I can't tell who it is. It looks like C.J. Wilson. And the Dodgers pitcher, it's Clayton Kershaw. I'm going to see a 2 there and another 2. And a Miami Marlins player, like here on the side. I mean, it's hard to tell some of these people are. I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, I don't think it's Ichiro Suzuki. I mean, I can't really tell who it is, but yeah. Anyway, let's continue. So now the games that I got, and this is all from the pawn shop. Well, the ones are from this guy that I got them from. First one is Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run, a Super Nintendo game. I mean, this one I haven't really played a whole lot. I mean, the other version, the Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr., or wait a minute, well that's this one, Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr., or maybe the Super Nintendo version is Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball, or whatever it was called. But this one, you know, I have to play a little bit more. I mean, never done it on my channel, but should give it a shot. See how it is. Okay. And it came also with one of these things, you know, like to protect the inside of it, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. Oops. Hit my microphone thing. Next one. WWF Super Wrestlemania. Another Super Nintendo game. And yeah, I saw this and I was like, well, I do like wrestling, but I wasn't really into these kind of games. But I got it because it was a pretty good price. I will tell you, like, how much they were as soon as I show you the ones that I got. Mortal Kombat, another Super Nintendo game. Even though I'm not, well, don't take it the wrong way, I'm not the biggest fan of Mortal Kombat, but I do like to play them. I just have a tough time, doing all of them moves they do, and everything else. I just don't really do the best at them, but I try. But I saw it and I said, okay, I'll get it. What's this? Oh, Nintendo 64 game? Okay, well, this is from the other pawn shop that I went to. This is Namco Museum 64. It's like 6 games on your Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, Galaxian, Pole Position, and Dig Dog. Yeah, I think like 6 games on this cartridge. Never really seen this before. Never owned it either. But it was one of the games that I got from that other pawn shop. Okay. Next one is WWF Wrestlemania Steel Cage Challenge. Never played this, but I saw it. And I wound up getting it because, again, these games were a pretty good price. Next, Super Bases Loaded, which I think is a game that, goes for maybe more than $5 or something like that. But I saw it and said, okay, I'll pick it up and give it a shot. Next, we got the WWF Royal Rumble. Yep. I always like the Sega Genesis version. The Super Nintendo version, I know I have played, but I think I've had a difficult time with it. But just maybe get a chance, to try it out. And WWF Raw. Yep. And again, I always like the Sega Genesis version of this. But both of them, are good to have. Let's see. Super Mario Brothers 3, along with the little thing as well, too. Some people like this more than the first Super Mario Brothers, which is understandable, because they are pretty good games. I don't know why I got this one. The Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutants. Again, I don't know why I got it. I think I played it on my channel, but I saw it and the guy said it was he had it for a pretty good price, and I was like, okay. I should be saying the price to them. But that's okay. But I'll tell you. Next one, WWF Wrestlemania Challenge. I used to own this game. I used to play this as well too. Yeah, this is a pretty fun game. Yep. What else we got? Mario Party 3, Nintendo 64 game. Now, I actually have never played this version. I played the first one and the second one, but I just don't really know like how this one is. I have to give it a shot and to see how the game is played. I'm sure it's pretty fun, but I always like the first one and the second one. This is probably gonna, I don't want it to block me and stuff, but it's alright. Next one, we only got a few left. This one fall out of the thing? Yes, it did. Okay. I got Tetris. NES game. Never really owned it before, but it is a pretty cool game. Next one, Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge. Another game that I never really played or owned, but like to, give it a shot. Next, WWF Wrestlemania, the arcade game. Always like the Sega Genesis version, the Super Nintendo versions, pretty good as well too. And the PlayStation version is pretty good as well too. The Sega Saturn version never played, and never played the arcade version. But there you go. And the last one is a pretty good one. Super Smash Brothers. Yep. Never really owned this one, but this was in the deal with the Nintendo 64 that I got, which was a little over $200. Well, it was a pretty good price. There was more. It was this game, Mario Party 3, the Namco game, and that's it. Well, there was more games actually. This one, I think it had 8 games total and 2 controllers, which I think was a good price. Yeah, but the Super Nintendo games that I got from that pawn shop from the guy, the wrestling games were $5 each. Yes, $5 each. Wrestlemania the arcade game, WWF Raw, WWF Royal Rumble, that's $15 right there for 3 games. The Bart versus the Space Mutants game, I believe that was 10. The Mario Brothers 3 game, I believe that one was, I want to say 25, maybe. I mean, because that is a pretty popular game. Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge was 5. Tetris, I believe, was 5. WrestleMania Challenge was 5. Bart vs. Space Mutants, again, I think that was 10. WrestleMania Steel Cage Challenge, that was 5. And that's it. The other games that I got, from him, the Super Nintendo games, like I said, they were 5, and including Mortal Kombat. So about a little over $50 or so for all those games, and I think that was a pretty good deal. I personally think so. Yep, and there you go. I mean, that's all the games that I got. So tell me what you think. So, all right. So yeah, pretty good amount, I spent, on all those games total. But I mean, yeah. All right. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. I hope everybody enjoyed this. So, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, please. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. And you all take care. Thanks again for watching this video game update for March 2022. Take care, everybody.